Hello and welcome to the show. We start this week's Failrace episode with Big Mac on GTA 4, who has just found a car they want to go and steal. They're figuring out where they're going to be going with it, etc. Now, this might set the record for one of the quickest acquire a new car in GTA 5, go around a corner, and immediately end up on your roof. Yep. That is a very Failrace infected car. Unfortunately, it hits the other curb and lands back on its wheels, but well done for managing to roll the vehicle as the very first action that you do with it. Douglas is up next, also on GTA 4. Now, one of the plus points with bikes is that you can drive them, places where cars can't go. They are easier to navigate around some of the more inaccessible areas. However, the downside of bikes, you can fall off them. And, when you try and jump a bike onto a boat, sometimes game physics says no. I mean, it could have gone worse. I guess the bike could have landed on the boat and the person in the water, but still not quite what was being aimed for there, was it? Davey United is up next on Mafia, racing around with, I guess, like a classic Grand Prix car that, hits a bump on the floor and then goes for a backflip. It does bounce around a bit. I think it bounces around on the driver's head, to be honest. Again, lands on its wheels. Could have been a lot worse of an outcome, but there we go. Crossbowman is up next on Just Cause 4 with some helicopters that are not working as helicopters should. Now, the first one, you might not have noticed it quite before it got blown up, but was rolling about. Now, there are two helicopters that are just kind of hovering and rolling. That's not how helicopters work. I mean, there is an easy way to sort it out, and that is shoot the glitchy weird thing. When you have a tank, that generally does the job. Admittedly, that tank is looking a lot worse for wear, but never mind. Ginger is up next on Farming Simulator. Now, they're trying to take a shortcut out of whatever this area is, and a train is coming. It's become a race between a tractor and a train, and, the train wins. Yeah. The train definitely wins. I mean, the tractor, the cab part got through, the trailer didn't, and, in a collision between train and tractor, tractor's got stuck through a fence. It's not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. It's just going to do a glitchy little dance. But there we go. Sticking with Farming Simulator, this time we have a tractor doing its best Will It Roll impression. And the answer is yes. Didn't even need a curb, didn't even need any bits of scenery, just turned a bit too sharp, and that is enough to send the vehicle for a tumble. We move on to Dirt Rally next. Roll and carry on is a regular occurrence on Dirt Rally. Front flip and carry on, that's a lot less common. It's incredibly lucky for the Polo here. They carry a bit too much speed over the crest, out wide, clip. I don't quite know what it is. I don't know if there's a rock in there or whether it is just dirt that launches it for a front flip. But it lands and, can carry on. However, when it comes to beam, when you're rallying and you roll, you don't carry on. Especially not if you roll and end up face first in a tree. Yeah, slightly misjudged the bridge on that one. And that is, That's rally over. Volvo Brick Fan is up next, also on Beam, driving around with some traffic. Can't figure out where this AI car goes. Tries to overtake it, misjudges, just tags the back of it. Now, up until this stage, all is normal. The AI car acted as expected. The player is a little bit kind of unfortunate. Now, they go to reverse, I guess to carry on with whatever it was they were doing around on this map, as Moonhawk has got confused as to how to drive, and so does a Covet. The Covet actually hits the rock and loses a wheel. All the other AIs were driving perfectly normal, but no, those two have just decided to go and investigate for whatever reason. We're on to Assetto Corsa, we're on to Blister next, with Mike and a group of LMP cars that, start off okay. One gets a little greedy on the inside curb, hits, I think it's like the big yellow sausage curb that's enough to launch it over, and that's it out of the race. It's lost the back end as well. Just running a little bit too much over the curbs there is going to cause some problems. We now move on to Assetto Corsa. The AI cars up ahead have a huge crash. Go for a bounce and a spin and ping across the road, and it's not a particularly great time. Actually, something hits the wall in the background as well. Okay, that's that's one thing. Everyone kind of sorts themselves out from said huge crash, and then we get the secondary crash as the blue car gets spun around. The problem is, blue car ends up pointing the wrong way, and then doesn't quite know how to proceed with all of this, and just wants to cause chaos. Drives over one car, drives over another car, has blocked the track, drives under a car, because that's the best way to fix this problem. Yes, we need to cause more trouble for AI vehicles. Now there's just a traffic jam. They do eventually sort themselves, well, mostly sort themselves out. There's still one a little bit stuck. Our blue car here, it's the number 21 that's got stuck, it's not me. Doesn't quite know how to recover from this. I think it's just parked up and had enough now. We're sticking with Assetto Corsa and Monza. Oh dear, Monza, it never goes well into turn 1 here, does it? Ever. It's just, I mean, in real life it can be problematic, let alone when it comes to sim racing. I mean, you might hope that on an actual sim game people might be a little bit more careful, but I mean, the normal chaos is going on at BMW Spin. There's a lot of cars have missed the first corner. I mean, the vehicle we're riding on board with, I mean, it could have been worse. I say it could have been worse. I mean, there's a bit of kind of the concertina bumping going on through all of this. I mean, they're out the other side of turn 1, but turn 2, I guess. Just about. It could have been a lot worse. So we head around the next corner where, guess what? More crashing is going to occur. Up ahead, last second player realises how slow cars are. Not really much time to avoid that one. Oh, Monza. It's never a good option for a race, and more vehicles are off the circuit as Mercedes is pointing the wrong way. And finally, we have a Tstrike with some much older, some classic Grand Prix cars. Something was already out of control quite a lot through there. However, it's further back where the real chaos unfolds as we head around. I presume a very fast part of the circuit. The red car gets it wrong, is a little too wide, and that is a double roll to a bouncy landing, but gathers it all back up amazingly to carry on. Not so lucky for the red car here, that smashes the outside wall and then gets very glitchy and unhappy. That's a hell of a landing. It's a 10 out of 10 landing to carry on from that bounce as well. But there we go. That is going to be it for this week's episode. As ever, if you have clips you'd like to submit to this series, you can via a Google form. There'll be a link to it in the description of this video. How it works and how the clips are submitted can all be found on there. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.